Hello and welcome, Minnesota Farah. We are genuinely very happy to have you with us for our daily coverage of the NFL news. Please subscribe to our channel to support our initiative as we bring to you the latest updates from the world of NFL on a daily basis. Now let's dive deep into our news stories.
Welcome to another exhilarating edition of our NFL News Roundup. I'm your host, and today, we've got a treasure trove of updates from around the league to keep you in the know. So let's dive into the action. 1. Atlanta Falcons. Starting our journey with the Atlanta Falcons, there's news on the signing front. They've welcomed running back Godwin Igwebuike to the roster. On the flip side, defensive lineman Joe Gaziano is no longer part of the team, as he's been cut. As game day approaches, they've elevated tight end Parker Hess and defensive back Natrone Brooks. Now, let's move on to our next piece of news. 2. Arizona Cardinals. In the desert, the Arizona Cardinals are gearing up for their game day by elevating offensive lineman Jackson Barton and safety Andre Cheshire. The action is heating up as we head to Baltimore. 3. Baltimore Ravens. Unfortunately for the Ravens, star tight end Mark Andrews is unlikely to play against the Texans due to a troublesome quad injury. Now, let's see who they're elevating for game day. It's center Sam Mustipher and defensive back Darrell Worley. Moving on to the Carolina Panthers. 4. Carolina Panthers. In Carolina, wide receiver Adam Thielen is expected to hit the field against the Falcons despite nursing an ankle injury. There's more intrigue in the air as linebacker Brian Burns, amidst a contract dispute, is making the trip with the team to Atlanta. Now, let's head to the Windy City. 5. Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears are keeping us guessing as tight end Robert Tonyan has been added to the injury report with a questionable designation. On the roster cut front, linebacker Dylan Cole has been let go. Let's see who's being elevated for game day. It's tight end Steven Carlson and linebacker DeMarquis Gates. 6. Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are making headlines with their star quarterback Joe Burrow. They've officially announced his massive 5-year, $275 million contract extension. Now, that's a big payday. Hold on tight, we're moving to Dallas. 7. Dallas Cowboys. In Dallas, safety Malik Hooker has been added to the injury report with an illness, and his status for the game against the Giants is questionable. Who's getting the nod for game day? It's center Brock Hoffman and cornerback C.J. Goodwin. Now, let's shift gears to Denver. 8. Denver Broncos. Over in Denver, the Broncos are gearing up for game day by elevating wide receiver Philip Dorsett and Lil Jordan Humphrey. The excitement continues as we head to Green Bay. 9. Green Bay Packers. The Packers have their game day elevations as well, featuring running back Patrick Taylor and safety Innis Gaines. Hold on to your hats, we're headed to Houston. 10. Houston Texans. In Houston, they're preparing for game day by elevating offensive lineman Michael Dater and punter Ty Zentner. Let's continue our journey. 11. Indianapolis Colts. Running back Zach Moss is downgraded to doubtful for Sunday's game against the Jaguars. It seems like a tough break for the Colts. However, they've got some game day elevations as well, including running back Jake Funk and wide receiver Juwan Winfrey. Next up, we're heading to Jacksonville. 12. Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are also getting ready for game day with their elevations, featuring defensive lineman Ross Blacklock. The action continues in Las Vegas. 13. Las Vegas Raiders. In Las Vegas, they're gearing up with game day elevations, including defensive end Isaac Rochell. 14. Los Angeles Chargers. Over in Los Angeles, the Chargers are preparing for game day by elevating linebacker Brevin Allen. Now, let's continue to the City of Angels. 15. Los Angeles Rams. The Rams are dealing with some unfortunate news as star wide receiver Cooper Kupp is being placed on injured reserve due to a hamstring issue. The team is taking precautions, and Kupp will miss at least 4 games to start the season. Tight end Hunter Long has also been placed on injured reserve. On the bright side, they've signed linebacker Troy Reeder to the 53-man roster. Game day elevations include quarterback Brett Rypien and kicker Brett Maher. Let's keep the momentum going and head to Miami. 16. Miami Dolphins. In Miami, they're gearing up for game day with the elevation of linebacker Cameron Good. 17. Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings have been active with their roster, signing running back Myles Gaskin from the practice squad. On the practice squad front, wide receiver Lucky Jackson has been cut. For game day, they're elevating outside linebacker Benton Whitley. Now, let's move on to New England. 18. New England Patriots. The Patriots have some interesting developments as quarterback Matt Corral has been placed on the reserve, left squad list, which is a significant move. Cornerback Jack Jones is also on the injured reserve list. In the signing department, quarterback Bailey Zapp and running back Ty Montgomery have joined the active roster. Game day elevations include linebacker Calvin Munson. 19. New York Jets. Over in New York, they've got some injury concerns. Running back Breece Hall is questionable for Monday's game against the Bills. On the offensive line, both Dwayne Brown and Mekhi Becton are listed as questionable. Despite these challenges, they're expecting key players to suit up. Now, let's make our way to the Big Easy. 20. New Orleans Saints. In New Orleans, wide receiver Trequan Smith has been placed on injured reserve. On a positive note, offensive lineman Cesar Ruiz is signing a hefty 4-year, $44 million contract extension with significant guarantees. Game day elevations include running back Tony Jones Jr. and linebacker Ryan Connolly. 21. San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers have been making some moves, signing defensive lineman Austin Bryant from the practice squad. Kicker Matthew Wright has been cut from the roster. Game day elevations feature defensive lineman Austin Bryant, defensive lineman Nick Bosa, and linebacker Curtis Robinson. Now, let's make our way to Seattle. 22. Seattle Seahawks. In Seattle, running back Kenny McIntosh has been placed on injured reserve. Game day elevations include linebacker John Radigan and cornerback Artie Burns. Our journey is almost complete. We're headed to Tennessee. 23. Tennessee Titans. In Tennessee, they're preparing for game day with the elevation of offensive tackle Justin Murray and defensive lineman Kyle Pico. And now, our final stop. 24. Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are dealing with a significant blow as defensive end Chase Young has been downgraded to out for Sunday's game against the Cardinals. Despite being cleared for practice, he won't be suiting up. And there you have it, folks. Another thrilling installment of our NFL News Roundup. Stay tuned for more updates as the season unfolds, and remember, the NFL action is just beginning to heat up.